10 a.m. Good morning, Ragin Nation. This is Alex Yu, and you are watching the morning edition of the Ragin Nation show. And I just want to get more used to getting up early and just getting stuff done. Stop waking up so late. I'm pretty used to waking up at 11 p.m., noon, noon 30, 1. And I really shouldn't do that. You know, even though I am my own boss, I really should have a set schedule. And because of that, I gotta use my time more efficiently, spend less time sleeping. Because sleeping too much is not good for you. However, there are times when you need to be extra rested, well rested, because sometimes you deserve it. But anyways, I didn't get a full 8 hours sleep. But what I want to talk about here is Gary Ross and catching fire. Gary Ross is catching fire. He's catching on fire. It's like spontaneous combusting. Imagine that. Okay, anyways, here we go. So it has been announced that Hunger Games director Gary Ross will not be directing Catching Fire, which is the sequel to the Hunger Games. There are 3 books in total: Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. And Suzanne Collins could be possibly writing another one. So there could be possibly a total of 4 movies because of 4 books. Anyways, what I'm here to talk about is Gary Ross not directing the Hunger Games, and it was made official that he will not be directing. Did I say Hunger Games? I meant Catching Fire. He won't be directing Catching Fire, the sequel to Hunger Games. And you know what? The studios and the director himself, Gary Ross, thought that he would be directing the Hunger Games sequel, Catching Fire, originally. But he made an official statement yesterday, and he said something along the lines of, "It is with great regret that I will not be able to direct the sequel to the Hunger Games, and it is a tough decision and a difficult one," which is pretty much the same thing. But after careful consideration, I decided that it is not enough time to write and direct this movie. Okay, let me do the translation for you. I was paid $3 million for the Hunger Games, and after seeing the financial success of how the Hunger Games is doing at $450 million worldwide, I would like to ask for a raise of possibly $8 to $10 million plus 5% of the box office dividends if you want me to direct Catching Fire. That ain't happening. And there you have it. The movie was made for a $70 million budget, and it has already taken in $450 million worldwide. So you do the math. There is more than enough money to pay the director, but he's getting a little bit greedy. And that's a kind of a noobish thing to do, because last I checked, he'd only directed 2 movies, and the first one was in 1998 with Pleasantville, and the second one was in 2003 with Seabiscuit. So there's a 9-year gap between his second movie and his third movie, which was the Hunger Games. And knowing that, it means that he's not really doing it for the money. But now he decided to sell out, and he's doing it for the money now. Listen, I'm no financial sexpert, but someone who has directed 2 movies that did okay at the box office does not need that much money, because I know you're not living in a giant badass estate in Malibu. I'm not gonna pretend to know the Hollywood lifestyle, but I know that ain't it. So that is my commentary on Gary Ross not directing the Hunger Games sequel, but I'm happy about it. I want a new vision. I want the action to be shot not in an earthquake. So thank you very much, Gary Ross, for not directing Catching Fire, because it is a sequel to a movie that I highly enjoyed because of your direction, but not because of your action direction. Your vision is superb, but I think you gotta fire your director of photography, especially when he's holding the camera while filming a fight scene. Anyways, that's all I have to say, and I'm following behind a truck which is spewing out toxic fumes that I can smell through my damn car. Anyways, that's all I really have to say in this video. I just wanted to talk about Gary Ross not directing the Hunger Games sequel, Catching Fire, and I'm happy about that. And I'm happy with different directors for each movie, especially when it's a film adaptation that I don't know too much about, because I really don't have a standard for the look I need for this movie. I mean, when they announced that Michael Bay was directing Transformers, I was happy because I think he's an action maestro. So there you have it. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Gary Ross leaving the franchise? Let me know in your comment section below. Are you happy about it? Are you disappointed? Do you not care? Or do you think that he did a good job except with the action? That's how I felt. Let me know what you think. My name is Alex Yu, and thanks for watching the Ragin Nation show, morning edition. I'll see you next time. Peace. But I would have preferred to see a more human versus human kind of thing. Another thing that I want to talk about is that I was really invested in Katniss's character.